what's happening? Str8 No Chaser the podcast. We're back once again, doing it for another wonderful season. Thank you for joining us. We are available everywhere. First of all, we're a group of friends that have known each other for a very long time, over 20 years now, 20 years, and we've got opinions, and we want to share them with you, and we appreciate you tuning in. We are available everywhere. Tell a friend about this show, and tell a friend to tell a friend. We are on iTunes. We are on everywhere that you can get a podcast, you can get this podcast, okay? So subscribe to us, share this, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to let the fellas introduce themselves and get into it because we got a lot. KG, what's up?
All right. What up? Listen, first of all, we are so excited to be back. We're grateful to be back. We missed you guys. Hopefully you missed us. But KG, and I will ask the question, what is everybody drinking? I, for one, am drinking, I'm not drinking tequila tonight. I'm drinking Scotch, Macallan 15, neat. It is delicious, by the way. But what up, good people? What up, Rob?
Yeah. What up, Cage? I remember the time I was down in Dallas and we was up at, I think it was the Concrete Cowboy. He was like, let's go on this bottle to get this section. It was just the two of us. I think it was Macallan 15.
Yo, I forget all about that. Yo.
Oh, we balled out that night, sir. We balled out.
We did too much.
The two of us split a whole bottle of Macallan just because we didn't want to stand out there. It was cold, and they had a line. Right. We didn't want to stand in that line. What's up, y'all? Rashim in the house. Jan, I see you. Jen, I see you too. Welcome back. We know it's going to take a minute for y'all to come back and get in the comments with us because we've been gone all summer long.
Been a minute.
We back. We back. We gonna get it popping and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And what are you drinking, Ra?
I'm taking it light. So I got a little Malibu rum, red wine, some ice in my Str8 No Chaser glass.
Available.
No, it ain't.
Heard?
Don't put that out there. It ain't available for that.
Yo, I have not opened up my box yet.
You should open it.
Unbox it.
Dana did the damn thing for us.
Super producer Dana. Shout out to super producer Dana.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. This is like we live. I mean, why not?
Right. We're doing this live. Why not? Exactly.
You gonna unbox it? Do an unboxing.
I'm unboxing live. Dana should love this. All right. If I've been working out, these muscles be at work. Okay, Dana got this bun kind of tight now. Hold up. Go ahead, John.
While we're doing this, while he's figuring that out, what is one thing that you did? We'd like to try to, ease while everybody's coming into the comments and everything, ease into the discussion. What is one thing that you did this summer? What is one good thing that happened to you this summer? I'll go first. Well, I got a really excellent comic book. Okay.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I would let me go ahead and grab it real quick.
Dana wrapped the hell out of this box. Good God.
She did.
Legion. You not believe how much this joint costs?
So how much?
$35.
Oh wow! You spend money on that?
Oh yeah. This is one of my kids. This is somebody's college fund or a little piece.
Does it read itself? Does it project on a wall and then become a motion picture?
Actually, that's kind of cheap for real. But comic books can be hundreds of dollars, and I've got hundreds of them. You know what I'm saying? Had a great summer. I also visited Houston. Had a good time. A lot of fun.
Hey.
That was the first time I've been in Houston for about 4 or 5 years, maybe longer. So,
okay.
Absolutely.
It was good seeing you, man.
Likewise. Fun was had.
All right, so I guess I'll go next because Cage is still unboxing. Shout out to Erica Gilchrist up in the comments. She said, "Hey fellas, hey Erica." Erica, now that I think about it, I gotta come out to your town for work end of the month, so we'll touch base. One thing I did this summer that was phenomenal, and I hate to, John, I wish you was there with us, but Aruba. Went back to Aruba this summer.
Oh, I'm so mad about that, man. I'm so hurt. That was one bad thing that happened this summer. We ain't even go, but go ahead, tell your story.
It was like 14 of us out in Aruba. chilling. Like, there was a handful of people who had some travel issues because storms swept in when we were supposed to be flying out, and depending on where you was flying from, you might have some people's is John. You might not have been able to make that. What's going on, Link? Haven't seen you in a minute, brother. You might not have been able to make your flight. But for me, Aruba is by far
one day
one of the dopest places. I like it. It ain't everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. What's going on, Aaron?
KG got the box open.
KG got the box open.
Got the box open. Keep going.
I'm done.
Done.
That was the highlight of my summer. Is going to chill on Aruba, in Aruba, a little desert island. But was chilling.
So
Link.
One of my highlights is open up this box from Makita Filmworks.
There you go.
There's a note in here too. I'm gonna read the note, not who it's from. It says, "Cheers to getting back to work and having an awesome show." So
you know who it's from.
Well, they know the production company. They don't know the person behind it potentially. Right. But just shout out to Dana for her support with our show. All kind of great stuff. Swag. So if y'all want to rock with us. My highlight for the summer, the Omega Sci-Fi Conclave.
He was down there in Charlotte?
I was down there in Charlotte.
A lot of Bible study. I like that.
Awesome time.
It's a Bible study?
It was some Bible study that occurred.
Absolutely.
A lot of prayer.
100%.
Some wine. We changed water to wine. Charlotte is a very accommodating city. So I was there in 2002 when our conclave was there. This was better. It's different when you got a little bit of money. So Rasheem, I forgot we bought a table, a section at a spot.
Just totally the two of us.
This is an experience like that too. It was just a fantastic time. So that was a highlight. And I also got to say, man, this ain't it wasn't really about me, but seeing my brother say that his book is done and it's coming out in a couple of weeks. Actually, I think it's October the 4th is when Brasheen's book come out, Broken Brotherhood. So, just shout out to the family doing big things. So
thank you, sir.
Some shit. We out there, man. That's doing it.
That Broken Brother, I'm this close, switching up some details, doing some last line editing. But some people have completed the pre-read and have hit me up
already.
Yeah, and have hit me up angry,
Ooh.
and already talking about you better be working on the next one right now.
Well, I'm still on the beginning part of the pre-read. I haven't gotten that far in.
And look, you're gonna have to read the finished product because the pre-read and finished product are two different things. But to do what I need you to do when it launches, the pre-read is good enough.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations, Jan, on the new job up in Baltimore, Dunbar High. Tell Dr. Reeves I said what up. Tell Dr. Reeves I said hey, Principal Reeves over there at Dunbar in Baltimore.
Shout out meeting in the ladies' room too.
Y'all both talked over each other. Say that again. One at a time.
Shout out meeting in the ladies' room as well.
Shout out to meet in the ladies' room. And it's meet in the ladies' room, right?
I met them in the bathroom.
In the ladies' room.
The ladies' room. Okay.
Right.
I met them in the bathroom.
You met them in the bathroom?
They told me that's where we were. They said that's where everything goes down in the bathroom.
When you talked about going to conclave, when I was coming back from Aruba, was chilling in the airport lounge, about to hop the plane, come back, and then dude decked out in his Omega Sci-Fi. And I looked at him, I said, "You not in Charlotte with the rest of your people?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Already went." He said, "Already went," and then he made his way to Aruba, and he's like, "Now I'm going home." I was like, "Wow."
That's how you do it. And the fourth member of the team.
What's going on, party people? I'm here. What's happening?
What up, Ox?
Yeah, there you go.
We back at it again, y'all.
Back at it again.
Slow motion, man. Life. We here.
Neil, we was trying to discuss, while people kind of filter into the comments, what's like the best thing that happened for you this summer?
Got to see another year with my daughters for their birthday.
There you go. There you go.
That's it.
Big facts.
And one of them
That's
looking really
real.
swole, man. Really swole.
Oh yeah, she trying to enter this bodybuilding competition in October, so she's not playing.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You are too. They told. I think I saw Neil posted a story talking about his legs. He got to work on his legs.
Yeah, Kamora be coming for me all the time. She's like, everything else is working. She's like, your chest and arms and everything there, beat them legs up. So she a personal trainer, so I gotta listen to her. She knows.
You gotta listen to her. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You drinking on anything right now, or you just chilling?
Nah, man. Right now, I gotta keep my head clear. If I drink, it'd be all bad.
We know. Neil. I've seen Neil order a Long Island iced tea, and before the waiter turns around, the server, the drink is gone.
Gone. I've seen
And
that
they turn
too.
around like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, y'all was together that night when that joint popped off.
Were we? Because that was the one that I saw was a sister who was bartending, and she was like, "I just need to give you another one on house, just because I ain't never seen that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do
Like,
that
man.
shit no more, man. I drink a wine cooler right now, I'd be fucked up. So
There you go.
Well,
I need
we
a bell for the first person to cuss.
It's always Neil.
And I like it. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think it might be John or Keltrick tonight.
Every
Yeah.
night it's too late to shoot.
You already did it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know I did it, so I went.
He don't be knowing when you say stuff.
Right. It's all good.
Oh, snap.
Speaking of things that could potentially be all good, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
You want me to go into that real quick?
Yeah,
Check
go
it.
ahead.
There was a little situation that made its rounds on the interwebs about a couple that was on an amusement park ride doing the nasty, and got arrested for it. I believe they got arrested for it.
Yeah.
The sister reported that she was just bending over trying to get her phone, and her boyfriend was helping her. So I gotta ask you. Shout out to Charles Coleman. Yep, Charles Coleman Jr. Brother's gonna have his podcast popping off soon, y'all. Y'all need to go to charlescolemanpodcast.com. Sign up for that joint so you can find out when his joint drops.
The bros.
So let me ask y'all. First off, why do y'all think it's so prevalent nowadays for public sexual exploits? This ain't the first time.
I don't think that's new.
It's
on an amusement park ride. It also depends what they was doing it on. Was they on like the log flume? Was they on the roller coaster? Was they on the joint that like spins around real fast and then the floor drops? Nobody knows.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna tell you in a second.
People been doing it in public as long as I can remember.
Facts. But doing it on the roller coaster is a totally different thing. That's a little
I'm not saying it's not different. People do it in the movie theaters.
Facts.
People do it in their cars. People do it on the beach.
Right.
People do it. I mean, people do it anywhere. People do it in their mama's house, when their mama's in the room, like upstairs. All that kind of people do weird stuff.
But I think what makes it different. This in the shoot, she didn't say she was picking up her phone. She said she dropped a pack of cigarettes and she was picking it up, and he was helping her. But to Charles' point, clout chasing, because now we got this internet and people are doing stuff, filming it, posting it, all types of videos. People in hotels, on balconies, people in restaurants. Now, before you right, Cage, Peoples was always doing it. But now I think they doing it and posting it for the clout chasing. Everyone wants to go viral.
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
you get paid for that.
There's some ego in there too, notoriety. You know, people like to do stuff for notoriety, but it's not a new phenomenon. I think the people who get off on that kind of stuff, they've always been thrill seekers to some extent, and that's a part of the thrill.
Right.
I'm not an exhibitionist. No. What up, Rita?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could be at an amusement park getting it in.
It depends on the ride.
Have any of y'all been out in public performing exploits?
Of course.
What was the wildest public place y'all performing exploits?
It wasn't an airport.
But even in the airport, it wasn't public. Didn't they go in the bathroom?
That's true.
I asked you to reflect on you.
Yeah, no doubt.
What up,
I'll
Jen
say
B?
a beach, or like a parking lot potentially.
I'm gonna keep it PG-13 to a degree. It was at a
Straight no chaser.
Agreed. A bathroom at a house party.
I remember that.
I don't know.
That was a party we crashed.
Yo, it was. Yeah. I think I was there for that. Okay.
Yeah. Good times.
Neil.
Neil's like,
man, I don't even know, bro. For real. This, I don't know.
Yeah. We know your pedigree.
The
house.
Yeah, there you go. When we was living together, some wild shit. You know what I mean? So, my bad, dog. My mind ain't here, bag. I love y'all, but yeah, I really ain't got nothing wild right now. For real. What's the show going? I come back to my flow.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, in that vein,
basically,
there's speaking of just clout chasing or just wild stuff, there was a cruise. I don't know if y'all heard about this cruise that took place. I think it happened up in New York. Carnival cruise. Everybody want to be an exhibitionist or get into it.
I've been told Carnival Cruise is like the dollar store of Carnival cruises.
It is. It's bottom budget to potentially. But, some people allegedly got into a little bit of a threesome activity or some switcheroo type of thing went down. Mm-hmm. And some people weren't too happy about it, and it turned into this big brawl. Like what should have been probably an argument between 1 or 2 people, 4, maybe 5 at the max, turned into 60 people kind of having an all-out, clash of the Titans.
So, and Donnybrook.
Yeah. What do y'all think about that? Would y'all fight over some vagina?
Absolutely.
Wait, what?
Would you fight?
Come on.
Over vagina? I was gonna say something else, but I'm trying to be good today.
That don't even sound like you, man.
I imagine everybody was drunk. Somebody's Jordans got stepped on because they was like squabbling, and then they was trying to break it up. Somebody's shoes got stepped on, and he jumped in it. It started to kind of metastasize, and then before you know it, people started throwing chairs because everybody's drunk, everybody's aggy.
60
how it all started was up
60 people.
60 people. Stranger things have happened. If somebody bumped into you and you trying to like get away and you feel like you're trying to protect yourself or something, I could definitely see you, you got to do what you got to do to get up out that situation. And before you know it, you might just be swinging everywhere trying to get out, because when people start going kind of crazy and like trampling on folks, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it didn't say nothing about being trampled though. But
they're in a small enclosed space with unlimited liquor.
Have you been on a cruise before?
Of course.
You think it's small?
It's fairly, if they were like, were you saying they running around the whole boat hitting each other? I think they was all in one spot.
They was like on the dance floors type of thing.
Thank you. There you go.
What's the backdrop? What's the backdrop of the story? Because the way Keltrick phrased it, he just said, "Would you fight over some?"
It was.
The answer
is that your girl? Is that your wife?
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
We don't know.
Oh,
look, people believe the catalyst was a threesome that went awry.
So
I ain't fighting that. I thought it was some violation, like somebody violated home.
Whoa, why wouldn't you fight for that? I don't get
it. Wait. It doesn't mean that there wasn't a violation.
Exactly.
Because we don't know based on the article who was performing in the threesome. So let's say you got 2 different groups of people. Like we just went to Aruba with like 14 folk. Would have been, 15, 16 if John and other folks could have came. We had a large group. So let's say you go on a cruise with your group. I don't know. Did I hit Tina Cole's? Yeah, summertime. So I hit Tina Cole. Let's say you go on the cruise with your group, and then your lady connects with someone else with their group on the cruise, and they got like 20 people, and then he gets in her head, and she's like, "Yeah."
In her head,
you only live once, YOLO.
And she get in his head.
Your lady is menaging with this dude and his lady,
and then she get on his head.
So now you talking to your folks, making threats, and then his folks is like, "We gonna take care of ours." Right. And then the liquor, someone swings. Next thing you know,
everything goes left.
Yeah, but you opened up that box for that clusterfuck. You know what I'm saying? Like. like I said, once you open up some shit like that, and like you said, it's a menage or some shit like that. Like I don't know, some people are with it, some people that's taboo.
Yeah.
I ain't sharing. You know what I mean? So whatever happened after you open up that box, yo, you asked for it.
You got to have the upside down pineapple first of all. That's the code. If y'all didn't know that,
That is true.
it's an upside down pineapple. If you into alternative lifestyles,
I heard about this.
Where do you put it on a table?
No, you got to on your cruise door. You're supposed to put the upside down pineapple that lets people know that you with it.
It's actually a sideways pineapple. From
I'm
what I
not
was
even
told.
asking.
I've never been on a cruise.
Sideways means something totally different from what I understand.
I was telling somebody about we buy fresh pineapples, and I was telling them how somebody came up to me and said something crazy to me that I didn't really understand when I had a pineapple in my cart. And it was like, yo, listen, that's like the sign, like whatever, however position of the pineapple, to John's point, like if it's up, if it's sideways, if it's upside down, like that's telling people, that's indicating to people that you're into a certain lifestyle. And I was like, that's different for me. It was news to me, but
I'm not even asking how John knew that, but
I'm very well read in many different areas.
yeah, you're not surprised that John knows this.
Come on, whoa, don't.
No. Listen. John was the first person I knew who listened to Frank Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's very well versed, and he's deep in the internet streets.
I've read every book behind me.
Yeah.
So,
check it. There was a pastor, a bishop in Canarsie,
Charlatan,
Lamore Miller Whitehead. Dude was live streaming church services, and apparently he had on, according to his claim, over $1 million worth of jewelry while he live streaming church. And some dudes ran up in there with guns drawn, robbed him of his jewels. Then come to find out later, even though that the jewelry was estimated to be $1 million, Whitehead dude may have
inflated it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He's saying that even that claim is false. There's so many different places we can go with this, because he's also being accused of fleecing people in his flock, trying to get them to invest tens of thousands of dollars. And one woman actually invested up to $90,000 into whatever scam he got going.
Right.
And she filed a lawsuit. So, couple things. One, what's your thoughts on Bishop Whitehead? And do you think that robbery was staged or real? And then two, let's get into this. Is going to be a hot topic. In light of the movie I have not seen yet, but I will, Honk for Jesus.
Yes, I want to see that. Let's
talk about some of these little charlatan preachers out there taking advantage of their folk. But first,
let's go there.
Y'all think Bishop was his robbery was real or staged?
I mean, I saw the video. To me, it really sounded staged. I think it was something that he had something to do with, just because of his response in the aftermath of things. It's a shame that we kind of at this point, but you know, I think they definitely gonna need to do some investigation in my man. And I read somewhere, I saw a video where he was like getting into it with D.L. Hughley, and he said he wanted to get him in a ring or something. Did y'all see that video?
I didn't see a video with him about D.L. Hughley, but I did.
Saw when he was going through his closet and showing all of his
designer stuff,
worldly goods.
Right.
Yeah. You said it earlier, and I said it when you were talking. I think this dude's a charlatan, first of all. And was it staged? Very likely. I mean, this dude is in this church. They came up from behind from where he was. And for anybody that's went to church, it's hard to do that. You know, typically you got to go through the the sanctuary. You know what I mean? Like you see everything coming to you. So, you know, those people knew who he was. They knew what was going down. He probably had some inside work with it, but this guy's a clown.
He needs to invest some of that money in production value, because what I saw was not very impressive. I mean,
It was
he's pimping people, man, and this ain't new either. You know what I mean? This ain't new. I think was it Jerry Farwell? Did he get into some trouble too?
Name them.
Jerry Falwell. It was some extramarital stuff, and he.
What's my man?
I remember this as a child. He was on the podium. I have seen.
Yeah,
I remember that.
How about this? We all sin. All of y'all sin. Like any preacher who feel like they above sin and they trying to convince you that they don't sin, don't follow them. Any of y'all out there in the congregation that got a problem with y'all preachers sinning, then y'all are part of the problem too. Like everybody sins. Period. In the story. I don't want to hear that. But this dude not only was it staged, I feel, he also is communicating to folk when he does the videos, looking at all his designer, Gucci, Fendi, this. You are advertising to folk. This is my house. This is where I live. This is what I have. Come rob it. Probably insured. And then we're going to sell it, split the proceeds.
Right.
I don't like all. I don't like people doing that type of flashy stuff. I don't care if you're a preacher or puffy. That gets under my skin. So
there you go.
So then,
church is for the sinners. That's
what it is. The best way I heard it put is it's not a museum where people are supposed to look It's a hospital for people who are sick. Everyone's supposed to be sitting up in the church hurting over something. From the pulpit down to the pews. It's as simple as that. So
he clearly is pimping though. He clearly is pimping.
He's pimping. But then he's in an argument with a female comedian. I can't remember her name, and a radio DJ. And I don't know if he's in Atlanta, Houston, or Dallas, whatever. But the black dude, and they beefing back and forth because they had something like negative to say about it in his eyes. And then he was like, "Yeah, how dare you make light of my situation? Where they pull guns on me, and my wife almost died, and I almost died, and my kids almost died." And he ultimately devolved to calling live on this IG live or whatever they was doing it because it was videoing it back and forth. He devolved to calling the DJ a faggot live on it, and I was sitting there like, pastor.
He's not a pastor, man. He a pimp.
I do wonder, and Ra, you are probably more actually knowledgeable about this.
Probably not.
How do people get ordained? You know what I'm saying?
Depends on the denomination.
Can anybody call themselves a bishop? Can anybody call themselves a whatever?
Depends on the denomination. In some denominations, there's a higher level of training you got to go through within the denomination. In other denominations, there's some denominational training, but then you've got to go get a graduate degree, like a master's in divinity, in order to be ordained. And in some made-up denominations where you just pop up and be like, you got your own flock now, you could call yourself whatever you want.
Right.
I figure he probably is in that boat where he calls himself whatever he wants. Who is vibrating?
Hey, I want to see Honk for Jesus. I really want to see that. I'm trying to see it this weekend. I think it's going to be really, really good.
Some church folk who are upset.
I know some church people that are
we'll debrief it when we go live again later.
What's the name of the joint you said?
Tyler Perry, and they are not getting that.
What's the name of the movie you said?
Honk for
Jesus and Save Your Soul or something like that.
Honk for Jesus. You're right. Big Mama thought she was getting Medea. Got up in there and was like,
this is not
You
Medea.
saw it already, Rob?
Huh?
You saw it, Rob?
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna see it.
Okay.
This was Sterling what's his name? Sterling
K.
Brown?
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown, and then Regina Hall.
There's two Reginas.
Regina Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see that.
227 Regina.
Right.
This Is Us. Yeah. Okay. Well, in other news of sinning, potentially, you got Nick Cannon.
Sin?
I wish people would leave Nick alone. All he want to do is populate the earth.
Nick boning. Nick out there, saturating the planet. Listen, his season, he's not wasting not a soul, not a drop of what he's spitting out. So by the end, he having kid number 10. So I want to make a wager. What's the over under that he goes 15 for the year? He ends up with 15 for the
For the
year.
year?
That's too
For the
much.
year.
That's too much.
The year.
Nah.
For this year, 2022?
Yeah.
And he's at 10 now?
He's at 10 right now.
Under.
He
He
went
hit
way under.
15.
Yeah.
So what's the
now, if
over
you
under?
said
What do
lifetime,
y'all-
I'd say 15.
So let's go 12. You think over under 12? 3 more.
If he's at 10 now, I could see maybe one more before the end of the year. So
I
11.
think 12 max.
12 max.
I think he could hit 12 by the end of the year.
Because you mess around, he have a shorty, you know, like how I was blessed to have twins. That's 12 right there. You know what I mean? So
Let him find the multiple.
Hey, Nick is having them in multiples with the same woman. So people need to get off that Willy Bobo. He had like this most recent one is like the third with the same woman. So
But it's a different same woman.
well, there's different women. There's different women that he has kids with, but this one is the third with like the third kid with this woman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he might have some more with the other women, is what I'm saying.
He does. Like, but so you think it's like a rotation? Like, you know, how people like go to the cow and get milk. Is it like your turn?
So it might be the maybe like he had this new child with this woman, third child with this woman.
Right.
She's gonna be out of commission for about a good
There you go.
6 to 8 months. So the one that was right before her may be ready. So
I mean,
he can go to her.
technically, it's my understanding. Of course, I don't know anything about this, but when women are pregnant, I've been told that they can be more sexually active. So who knows the
That's only
veracity
in the
of
second
that.
trimester, typically.
I don't know. All I'm saying is,
Yes, you
I
do.
think
You
he
got
does it
kids.
like Monday for one, Tuesday for the other, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then he just keeps it going.
So
He has a
Jada
weekly
said he got-
rotation.
Yeah.
I was talking rotation too.
Yeah,
So
that's what
Jada
he's doing.
says he has 2-3 pregnant right now, but he does have at least 2 that are currently pregnant right now, right?
Okay,
So that's at least 12.
That's 12.
So you don't think he could hit 13, 14, 15?
I don't think so. Not this year. Not this year. But
Maybe
in
next
life,
year.
definitely.
All right. So let's do this. What's the over under he gets 17 by the end of 2023?
I would take them odds. I would take them odds under. Because I
Under
think he's about a wrap. Because Nick is making money, but he ain't making that much damn money.
Oh,
Okay.
he is.
I mean, he's making money. Don't get me wrong.
No, Nick is making money.
I know. I've
He's a
unfortunately
producer.
sadly looked up his net worth on the internet.
You looked it up?
I've looked it up.
The
The last
internet's
time I
wrong.
looked, it was like 40 million or something like that.
Listen,
So he's
the
making
internet,
money.
the internet
believe
said
that.
Black China was earning $20 million with OnlyFans.
I
That
refuse
is
to believe that.
ridiculous.
I refuse to believe that.
So you can't believe what you read on the internet, all the stuff at least. That's ridiculous.
That's true, but you can look at like Forbes is a good spot. All I'm saying is getting
Did
to the
you go-
point where the kids is
Watch
not going
this,
to have
watch
enough
this.
money.
Watch this, y'all. Did you go to Forbes to look up Nick Cannon's net worth?
I might
You a
have.
lie. Exactly.
Google it. Hold on. Let me Google it.
Exactly.
Let me Google it. I just go to the first thing on Google.
Internet. It's
Nick
okay.
Cannon's net worth.
He went to wealthygorilla.com.
That's
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
This is
exactly.
approximately $20 million. But
Okay.
then
Recession has kicked Nick's ass because it was 40 million like last year during COVID.
Filmsy Yappa has him at around 30 million.
There you
I
go.
mean,
I'm not denying he's got money. We got that, but I'm just saying when
King
you get to like 10
has him
kids-
at around 60 million.
Okay, that's what. Whatever it is, 10 kids is kind of cutting the pie a little slim at this point. So I could see
No, it's not.
15, but more than that, I think that's.
You clearly, you don't know what it. None of us know what it feels like to be a millionaire. 30 or 40 times over.
Why are you struggling on that one, John? You know what it feels like to be a millionaire?
I do feel like that. I know what it feels like to be completely carefree,
Wealthy
not have to
in
worry
love.
about money. You know what I'm saying? That too. You know what I'm saying? Not worried about anything, doing anything that I wanted to do.
That's different.
what
That's
that
not the
feels
same.
like.
You know what
Correct.
freedom feels like and liberation feels like,
Correct.
and not
Correct.
living
Correct.
paycheck to paycheck feels
I think
like.
that's fair.
You do not know what life as a millionaire.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to disagree. I mean, millionaires are not like some superhuman people. Just because they got like enough money to not worry about certain things. They regular folks, so I know what it feels like to be like, okay, I'm good. The next generation's good, et cetera, et cetera.
Angela's talking about if the Douglas can have 20 kids,
There you go.
Nick can handle it.
Especially if he got like 12 baby mothers.
And it's a division of labor. All them kids ain't under one roof.
Hey man, why don't you get I think what Nick should do for real is get like a big ass compound. It gives every woman like their own house. We all live in a cul-de-sac.
He don't want those. He don't want those issues.
He might have that.
He don't want them issues.
They all within driving distance, is what I understand.
He don't want all them women.
All within driving distance. That tells that y'all might be right in terms of the rotation.
Oh, no question about it. They good with that. The women are good with it. Have you noticed that not one, like nobody that's involved with Nick has complained yet? Everybody's good.
Okay, everybody's good because
the people
they
that's
know
complaining is outside the situation.
They tied into. They tied into
complaining. I think it's just a really unique.
Oh, they're complaining. Plenty of people are like, "How dare you? You know, you can't raise the kids like that."
I see people trying to volunteer.
Time out.
Time out.
We don't know what it feels like to be a millionaire.
Okay.
We don't live that life, and that's okay. Right. But we do. We have moved beyond paycheck to paycheck, which is a blessing.
True.
So we'll take that, and even with that, we won't go out and have 13,000 kids. Let's. Okay, my fault. John may go out.
Go ahead, man.
You going ahead and have you 20 more kids.
If I had like $20 million, do you imagine? Never mind. Continue.
So let me ask y'all a question.
That's what we just said.
Exactly.
That's what I don't see. I don't have a problem with
Look, you give John a second and he will expose his contradiction. It's okay. Everyone out there in the land heard it.
Wrong.
And on the playback, they'll hear it again. So let me ask y'all about this. Everybody applauding the Michael Jordans and the Tom Brady's and Tiger Woods of the world as the GOATs in their profession. Talk about Serena. That woman, in terms of the amount of wins she has racked up, whether it's on dirt, clay, singles, doubles, she is by far the most, or if not amongst the most successful professional athletes ever. Period. So I think at this moment, taking into consideration that she may have just played, her last match up at Arthur Ashe Stadium, we got to stop, give her applause, because Serena Williams is the GOAT. And now she got her billionaire poppy. So, I know she's really happy. Did y'all ever see Serena when she came down to Howard and did the Howard Homecoming fashion show?
No.
Yeah, you see, yeah, she did the home. This was her and Venus was trying to do a little fashion line, and then and they actually walked on stage. I was around that time I was working, so I was going, making sure the shows and all that, because that homecoming was under me at that time, and I think because they was in the middle of changing, fashion shows they just change right there in front of you. I think I got a peek at Serena's breast. So her nipple.
Oh,
that's a bit much.
Okay. That was crowning joy of my homecoming experience.
So you were creeping watching her titties?
No, I wasn't creeping and watching. I was doing my job, and in passing, I saw.
Hey, it happens.
It happens. She's gonna have a great history as a tennis player. Yeah, she's gonna kill it.
I'll say this. What I feel, I'm really proud to recognize Serena as a GOAT. I feel badly that she didn't pass, I think his name is Courtney Court, or whatever the lady's name is, who has 23 Grand Slam wins. Serena, she did it for a lot longer. At the top of her match, at the top of her game, having a kid almost died. Zoe asking, "Did you drool?" That is funny.
I didn't drool, but shout out to Denise, because she said BB did that show. She remembers who actually did that fashion show. Yes, ma'am. Because Denise was Howard Homecoming, killing it with them back then too. But no, Zoe did not drool.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit more proud for that. But just shout out to Serena for just being a leader, a pioneer, from Compton to one of the greatest tennis player ever. That's a phenomenal arc, and she still got more to do outside of tennis. So I just look forward to seeing what she does.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the GOATs, man. She definitely held her own for all these years and made a lot of young Black girls want to get into tennis. You know what I mean? So salute to her.
What else needs to be said? Retire that black cat suit, put it in the rafters.
Now her outfits were always outstanding.
Game changers.
You know, I'm just happy that she's happy. You know what I mean? I know there's always been like a little bit of an argument or discussion around her marrying somebody that's not black, but she's dated a plethora of people across all the genres, at least from my understanding. You know, everybody kind of had their shot, and this guy's the one that stole her heart. So kudos to her, happiness for her, for everybody. So, you know.
And it seemed like people don't want people to enjoy their life, man, and just live. Like, yo, she, like you said, Keltrick, she happy. She doing the thing. She made her mark. Give her props, man. That's it. Why you do that, John?
You're not feeling that?
I'm absolutely going to do that. If the shoe was on the other foot and it was, you name it, a very successful black male athlete who went out and married some billionaire white woman, he would get drugged. She gonna get drugged for that.
You're missing the catalyst.
Well, it wasn't a marriage, but no one was dragging former mayor of Washington, D.C., Anthony Fenty.
That's absolutely untrue.
When no one was dragging him.
Absolutely
when he was gallivanting on yachts with Steve Jobs' widow. He left his beautiful black family to go kick it with this woman. No one drugged him.
They were.
They might now.
I ain't see it.
Man, I just think people are selective, man. Like even something that I read recently. You remember all the hate and all the stuff the Olympics was doing with I always fuck up her name. What's the track shorty? Sha'Carri, how you say her name? Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah.
They was hating on her. But now recently she just beat the fastest woman in the world. Even though I'm Jamaican, I'm giving them props. She crushed her record.
Ain't nobody beat the Jamaican?
No,
she beat the record or she beat the Jamaican?
She beat the Jamaican. The Jamaican was the fastest woman up to that time. Sha'Carri beat her recently, like a week ago. Ain't nobody was really celebrating or talking that. So it's just like, I think sometimes we as a society, we're selective on who we want to salute. But at the end of the day, look at her athleticism. To come back from all that criticism, from getting banned from the Olympics, to come back to beating the fastest woman right now, but ain't not the
same. It ain't the same thing, Neil. It's winning, yeah, but it's also where you win, right? Like it's kind of like if you win a regular NBA season game, it's a W. Hey, congratulations, you won. But there's no accolades that goes on with that outside of you having another W, another notch into the W column and less one on the L. If she does it at the World Games or the Olympics, that's where your wins actually matter. Like if you medal. You know what I'm saying? Like
I see what you're saying, and I don't even want to prolong it too long because I know we probably got to move on. But I think
it's like, we know how to move on when we need to.
Give accolades to what it is. Like she was considered going to be the next great it. Then the Olympics just shitted on her, and then it's like, oh
no, that's not true. She said,
no, hold on, I got you. Hold on. So it's almost like the Olympics shitted on her, and then she
shitted on herself. We got to be clear. She shitted on herself.
But everybody, we know tons of athletes are smoking weed, but I'm saying at the end of the day, they shit on her. But now she came back and beat the fastest woman in the world as of right now. Ain't nobody talking about it. So when you say your scenario or your comparison of nobody celebrates it unless it's on the big stage, we all basketball fans. Remember the time when AI crossed over Michael Jordan? That wasn't no big game, but it was just the fact that Allen Iverson crossed over Michael Jordan. They still talk about that shit to this day.
It's a moment.
That's what I'm saying. So exactly, that's what I'm saying. Give Sha'Carri her moment.
She can have that moment at the Olympics because women's track is not nearly as big as NBA basketball. But I do feel you, Neil. I'm all for athletes from Texas getting more props. So good for her. But yeah, she does it at the Olympics is big.
I root for her. I really do. But I think your argument in comparing her to Serena.
I'm not comparing
how she celebrated is really.
Oh no, I wasn't comparing that.
Disjointed.
Right. Well, cool. I mean, we got a couple little games.
Game time?
It's game time. Game time.
Time out. You sure?
I'm fairly sure that's what we're supposed to be doing.
All right,
because
game time. I like game time.
Exactly. Thank you. So all I'm saying is We do this sometimes. By the way, Straight No Chaser, the podcast. Please subscribe to this show. We're available everywhere. Apple, podcasts everywhere. So please subscribe. Just a little taste. But we got some games. So of these films, which one, only one, and I know y'all gonna try to break the rules, one film, which one of these has to go forever? I don't even know why. I don't know why there's so many of these. Really, only one needs to stay, but we're gonna go ahead and let y'all have it.
You know what? That's what I was thinking. Only one really needs to stay. But if I gotta pick one, I gotta go.
We gotta say the name of the film. So we got the Best Man, The Wood, Two Can Play That Game,
Wood,
Deliver Us From Eva, Brown Sugar, or The Brothers. And
only one
has to go.
Brothers, Brown Sugar, Deliver Us From Eva. For me,
there's one.
I don't watch anything LL Cool J is in. So
Deliver Us From Eva. What's up with that hate? What's up with that hate?
It's a wrap.
Yo,
get that hate out your heart.
Simpatico.
Get that hate out your heart.
I can't watch nothing with LL and
Wait a minute, time out. We got to explain that. Unpack that real quick.
In Too Deep was pretty good with LL though. I gotta say that.
I didn't see
that was good. The joint with the he was in the movie where there was like a monster in the ocean or something.
Don't matter. Didn't see it.
Wow.
No, Into Deep was good.
Into Deep was good.
Thank you, Smokey.
There you go. Thank you.
It's not hate. But I will say
it's hate.
No, it's not hate.
I just don't like when folks they not nice, they lucky. That's an old line from the Locks. He ain't nice, he lucky. I'm sorry. Even when you think of his rhymes are trash.
Whoa! Wait! That's sacrilegious.
All he did, he capitalized on the idea that he was going to turn himself into a sex symbol, and then the media machine marketed the hell out of him. And now everybody loves. He ain't all that. He's not all that at all.
LL Cool J is one of the top 5 rappers of all time. But you know what? Top 5 rappers of all time.
Top 5 selling rappers?
I'm saying one of the top 5 and best and
most that question is no
rappers of all time. Top 5 LL Cool J. You tripping on this?
I could find 5 people on a corner in Rockville that rhyme better than him.
Ra, listen.
I totally agree with you, Ra.
Anti-drug show. I want you to stop doing the bath salts. Ladies and gentlemen, this opinion is strictly that of Rasheen. Straight No Chaser, the podcast does not support this.
You the one supported K2. You figure he's top 5.
You're the only one standing for LL.
He better than Jada.
I support
it. Are you tripping? Wait a minute. LL Cool J, who came up with the hip hop love song, the greatest of all time.
That is not.
LL Cool J can't rap.
No.
Wow. We getting off the point. We getting
five rappers that's better than him right now, huh?
Time out. He didn't say the dude can't rap. He just said he's not top 5.
No. Ross said he can't rap.
I said he can't rap.
Oh well,
I'm saying he's trash.
You're bugging. You're tripping. I don't know what you on, but you need to stop that. We're gonna build off camera because
John, you have an LL Cool J CD?
We're getting all the way off topic.
Well, check this out. I would say
all that stuff.
Deliver Us From Evil is a movie that got to go because I think his acting is trash. I think outside of In Too Deep, I liked him in Too Deep, but that movie is trash. It is boo-boo. It is basura. It is beneath movie criteria. That is the movie out of these 6. It has to go. The Best Man is a classic. It's a classic movie. The Wood, it's a classic movie. I like The Brothers as well. Brown Sugar I thought was really decent. Two Can Play That Game. That's like looking at the Vivica Fox because she's fine and she's from Indiana. So that's a plus for her. Deliver Us From Eva, you out of there.
For me, I'm going the other way around. Two Can Play That Game could bounce.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really a fan of Vivica Fox, and Two That Can Play That Game. I thought that was whack anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah, that'll be mine because John said play fair.
Right. Like really, 3 of these movies shouldn't even be on here though. The only ones in contention is The Best Man, The Wood, and Brown Sugar. Out of them 3, The Best Man, The Wood, and Brown Sugar, I would have to go with The Wood. Got to go. Them other 3, Two Can Play That. I don't even think I saw Two Can Play That Game. Deliver Us From Eve, I don't remember seeing that. The Brothers, I have no idea what that is. These other 3, yeah.
The brothers, what? No, yeah,
I don't even remember. The Brothers looks like a bootleg Wood. I don't even, judging by that little screen cap right there, I can tell it's a wedding. I see Morris Chestnut. You know, I can already tell you what the movie's about. I've never seen it.
Yeah, for me, the only joint on there is The Best Man that's worth watching. Everything
Best
else,
Man is a classic. Best Man is
classic.
Best Man is definitely the top seed of this little group right here.
Yeah.
And then Brown Sugar, 1 and 1A.
Before we move on to the next one,
right?
I pulled up one of LL Cool J's most popular songs, Flavor in Your Ear.
Wait a minute, you got to do this in the right context.
Hold on,
do this in the right context.
Here are his lyrics: He, she, blotitious, skeevy, delicious. Give me couscous, love me good. Damn. Hollis to Hollywood, good. I guess with the jeans, flavor like praline, sick daddy. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
Y'all, you think that makes him?
Whoa! Time out. Now let's take it back. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Rewind it. Take it back to the mid to late 80s. That was popular, and
that's one of his most popular songs. Delicious.
Hold on. At that particular time, you know that was jamming. At that particular time, you know that was hot.
Every other MC in that song was jamming, and every time I get to LL in any of his compilations, any of his collabos, anytime I get to him, I skip the song.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. I gotta answer a question. Hold on, Jay. Who's better, Master P or LL?
Don't you dare. Yo, I'm getting off I will get off this damn call, fool. Do not do that. Don't do that. I don't associate
the shotgun LL.
No. Right, you tripping. I'm actually stunned. I'm legitimately stunned. You learn new things about people every day. And you know what? Here's the messed up part. Rod, let me ask you this. Yeah. So, Cannabis ate him up, is what you're trying to say. Cannabis is a much better rapper, much better artist.
Then he was. Now Cannabis is. Back then he was. I've seen Cannabis on the battle circuit, and he has really fallen off. Currently on the battle circuit, and he's really fallen off. Mm-hmm. But back then, absolutely, Cannabis destroyed him.
Talk to him.
Destroyed him.
Read that one.
You've been waiting and debating for so long.
Come on, man.
It's starving like Marvin for a Cool J song. Jay, no, sorry, he's
my
trash.
Head is like a shark fin. Pink cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by buildings. You don't know. Come on, Rob. Come on.
Let me pull up the next joint.
Song.
Let me pull up the next joint. Stop wasting y'all time.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, that foolishness.
When I'm alone in my room,
is this one?
Yeah. Stare at the walls. In the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call.
I guess that's a good transition to the music.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, this one is tough.
Which one of these 92 albums got to go? Mary J. Blige, What's the 411? SWV, It's About Time. What's that say? Ooh, on the TLC tip from TLC, In Vogue.
The first In Vogue album.
We probably gonna fight on this one.
This is tough. This one is a tough one.
I'm with Jay. High. TLC. Gotta go.
Why?
Okay, but let's
Mary J. Blige, outside of being one of Yonkers' own, she from YO, and What's the 411 was a pivotal R&B album for that generation. SWV bring me back to my senior year of high school.
Right.
Slow dancing. They don't do that. The kids don't slow dance nowadays at parties. But they put on that. Brings me back. In Vogue for that time was my sophisticated R&B, especially when they would hit those acapella joints, especially when they did that old school Jackson 5 cover. And TLC was just, for me, chilly. I love me some chili.
You talking about looks, yeah. I might have to go with In Vogue on this one for album. And it was hard. It was really hard.
Too. Yeah, y'all bugging.
The reason TLC just was the vibe, the energy. You had Left Eye. They were the first group to kind of do it in the way that they were doing it. I rock with TLC. I'm gonna go with Mary Gotta Stay because Mary's married. SWV, one of my favorite R&B groups of all time. Can't let them go. Involved did a lot of covers too. Now, granted, they won a Grammy for that album. They did win a Grammy for this album.
But they didn't do a lot of covers on that album.
They did a couple of covers.
They maybe did 2.
I believe this has got giving him something he can feel on it.
Yeah, it's a couple. A couple is 2. So you know, they won a Grammy. It was the highest selling R&B album that year. But for me, for KG, out of there. Out of those 4.
Okay, so I looked up real quick what was on the TLC album. The only real hit to me on there is Ain't Too Proud to Beg. What About Your Friends? And that's really it on that album. And because of that, by a small margin, I'm going to have to go with TLC because Mary J. Blige, obviously that's got to stay. SWV album, that one's got to stay. And then the Funky Divas joint, I mean, it had some hits. It had given him something he can feel, you know. But other than that,
Ain't Too Proud to Beg was tight.
My
After
Love
the Back was tight. What About Your Friends?
That's it.
Baby Baby was tight too.
Okay.
Okay.
Vogue with some grown women for me. I was like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with TLC.
I was loving them all.
Bam. Bring the hammer down on them.
Loving them.
Mariah Carey. See, that's a whole nother joint. If we want to argue about this, okay.
What?
Who could actually give Mary J. Blige a run for her money in a versus? Who is Mary J. Blige natural competitor in like a versus type joint? I know I'm getting off the subject, but real quick, the only competition that she really has.
Mariah Carey would give her a run for her money. And
there
beat
you go.
her.
There you go. Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again.
And beat her.
Thank you. Okay, we can move on. Mariah Carey would I love Mary J.
Yeah. Now that when I think about verses, and it ain't
hit for hit. I love Mary J. Blige. I'm a massive Mary J. Blige fan. I'll go see Mary J. Blige any day. Mariah Carey will wash Mary J. Blige. And there you go.
Yeah, Mariah had that one album that had
Emotions.
Too many. She's had too many.
Yeah, but it was just one that I had on repeat.
All she gotta do is do the quality. All Mariah gotta do is do the Christmas song, and she's straight.
Now, yeah, and she don't even have to. She don't even. AK said we on crack. AK, you tell us, Miss Adams, who would be able to beat Mary then?
She don't think anybody would beat Mary. She thinks, well, better yet, she just thinks Mary would be able to easily beat Mariah Carey in a versus.
I don't know. Every time a Yonkers artist got on a versus stage, they waxed the competitor.
It's happened all of what, one time? Or
Two times. Two times. Jada Kiss trounced Fab.
Solo.
Okay.
Yonkers artist, and then when you had the 3 go up against,
he did.
I thought you was talking about DMX and Snoop. I was about to be like,
oh no, that was a love fest. That was a love fest.
You're right.
That was
still good though. It was still good.
But yeah, and that was phenomenal.
True.
Let me get some of these.
That's all she
needs. The Christmas song. Mariah on vocals alone. Mary's everything else. Mary can't dance, so neither can Mariah. But you know, Mary.
Mariah can't dance. Mary can dance. Mariah
can't dance.
Who?
I like Mary's little moves.
I said Mary can dance.
I don't think she can dance.
Mary just be vibing. She just be out there doing her thing.
She moves. Okay, she's not gonna do a whole choreography. Actually, I do remember the first time I saw her live. She was doing all that choreography and still singing, like no track. So
I can tell you could be Mary too, Beyonce.
Well, see, that's 2 different generations though. So that's different eras.
This is like if you put Chris Brown and Usher. I think Chris Brown could beat Usher.
You're wrong, and that's 2 different generations. I mean, we can go song for song.
CB got some hits.
He does, but he does not have more hits than Usher.
That's not true.
It's just simply the facts.
That's not the facts.
But it is. I mean, if you're talking about hit records, who has more hit records? Meaning, not even I can't put like no, certain amount sold on it, but the records that everybody knows. Usher got way more hit records than Chris Brown does.
Not true. Next.
Better singer? Is Usher not a better singer than Chris Brown?
He sounded fantastic on the joint. And I actually want to go see one of his shows.
Never been arrested for beating nobody?
I think Usher is better than Chris Brown. And maybe that is a generational thing as well.
Facts.
But into one Chris Brown album.
You should
And
check
I've
him
listened
out.
to-
The
I've
dude is
listened to at least 3 Usher albums.
he's
Chris
dope.
Brown puts out albums with 45 songs on them each because they're trash.
Nah.
Anyway, all right. So are we gonna do the last?
Hold on.
Yeah.
If I can get it. Hold on.
What's next?
Bum stiggity bum.
Oh
stiggity,
yeah.
bum, bum.
Oh.
I can't believe, man. You from the era with DOS Effects and you were over here shitting on LL Cool J. I'm absolutely shocked. I really am.
The man's entitled to his opinion. I don't disagree with him. I don't know if he's trash all the way, but you know, I think you were off any top 5.
Rakim.
Rakim.
I'm talking about. I'm saying top 5, meaning not just sales, but overall influence, overall impact on the world of hip hop. Number 1, Rakim. Number 2, I'm willing to say Chuck D. Number 3, kind of got to say Scarface.
So what's next?
Face. 4, LL's probably in there. 4, in somewhere between 4 and 5, and number 5, Tupac.
So where's Biggie or Jay-Z?
11, 12, back. I mean, Biggie's probably in the top 10. Biggie's definitely in the top 10. Jay-Z.
You wait a minute, just to make sure I'm clear. You have LL Cool J
Correct.
above Biggie.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying it's overall influence on everything. You know what I'm saying? Success, monetary, sales, everything that you want to name, longevity, influence. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
I'm befuddled.
Clearly.
Well, one got to go, and maybe it's John. But we're not just talking about tapes. We got the Fugees, Refugee Camp, and these are actually cassette tapes for y'all that can't see. So if you're young, this may not be for you. Outkast, Southern Playlist, Cadillac Music, Dr. Dre, The Chronic, A Tribe Called Quest, what's that? Midnight Marauders, Nas, Illmatic, and the Wu-Tang Clan. So, gentlemen.
This is tough.
I'm always ready to jump out there, but I'll save my comments for last since I always say stuff that's crazy.
I'm gonna go with the Wu-Tang Clan. They got to go.
Turn the call off. We're done.
Can we get him off the screen?
We're done.
Turn it. Wu-Tang Clan got to go.
Who are y'all, man? What's going on?
I'm unapologetic in terms of where my affiliations are, and it ain't with their album. They out of there. And that's what in the 30s, the Chambers into the Wu-Tang Clan or whatever.
Yes, that's
now,
a classic.
If it's the Killer Bee joint, I'm gonna have to keep that one. But that album, get it out of there.
Yeah, that's the one.
Woo, man, that's
not the Wu-Tang. That's not Killer Bee joint.
Look, the only album on here that got to go.
Like, ooh, boo, 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 boo. That joint came out in like 2000.
Oh yeah, I think that was second album.
Again.
Oh my God, these people in the comments talking about Fuji's got to go.
Fuji's
The
gotta
score,
go.
the
Fuji's
score.
Fuji's is my.
Hold on a
Fuji's
second.
the one that's got to go.
If it was blended on reality, they first album, yeah. But the score,
Again,
Jay,
let me give my rationale.
Matthew, you're bugging.
No. Let me give you. I mean, all of these are classics, no doubt about it. But can't get rid of the Wu-Tang. Can't get rid of Nas. Can't get rid of the Tribe. Damn sure can't get rid of Dr. Dre. Can't get rid of the cast. Fugees is the only one that's left. And okay, so wait a minute. Here's a track list. Ready or Not was on that Fugees record. And what else? Fuji La, Killing Me Softly.
What?
No Woman, No Cry. And what else? That's it.
What?
Them 4 is like the record.
The interludes were better than most songs and on most albums.
So which one is you getting rid of, Rob? Please,
which one I'm getting rid of?
Don't say the Chronic. Don't say the Chronic.
I'm not getting rid of the Chronic.
Okay, cool.
I'm getting rid of Tribe.
Goodbye.
Ooh.
Bye. Why, man?
I'm
Are
getting
you
rid
serious?
of Tribe.
Wait a minute. Let's see what's on that one.
I'm getting rid of them.
Yo, I looked at the Wu-Tang. I looked at the Wu-Tang album. I'm straight. I actually am affirmed with my selection.
I'm getting rid of the Tribe because that is the only album that I didn't care to even cop.
That had Award Tour on it.
I have owned all of those albums.
That had Electric Relaxation on it.
I have owned all of those albums with the exception of Tribe. I'm not big on the backpack rappers as it is, and they like the grandfather of backpack rap. I'm not saying that Q-Tip is busted or whack. I'm not saying Fife is no, they good. They deserve their space in the pantheon of the cultivation of hip hop.
Okay.
But if I had to get rid of one of those, I'd get rid of their album because I thoroughly enjoy all of the other ones. And if I had to rank, the top album for me would be Fugees, The Score.
You are really
the top one out of these?
Control.
Yep.
You are out of
control. Gonna be Dr. Dre, The Chronic, and then it'll be Outkast.
Right.
Then I gotta go Illmatic. Then I'll go the Fugees. Then I'll go a Tribe.
Dre is number one, definitely. Cass number 2. I would say Wu-Tang number 3. Nas number 4. Tribe number 5. And like I said, I cut Fugees.
Fugees number 1. Wu-Tang number 2. Nas number 3. Dre number 4. Outkast number 5.
You got Outkast in the chopping block. That's my God.
Woo!
No, I got Outkast at my 5.
I know, but that's near the chopping block.
Get it? Facts. Hold on.
Neil Denton.
Southern joint.
We can't hear you, man. You on mute. You forgot how to work your.
I said this shit is fucking hard, but I know what I say. The internet is gonna die because I can't get rid of the Fugees. I can't get rid of Dre. I can't get rid of Tribe. Nas and Wu is me. And this is my group. I love them to death. But out of this selection, I'm getting rid of Outkast.
Oh, my God.
Out of this selection, I'm getting rid of Outkast. I can't get rid of the Fugees, yo. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see something. Now, to reiterate, John, which Wu-Tang Clan album is that?
This is the first one.
Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers.
I definitely can't get rid of that.
The rest of them
can't get rid of that. You can't get rid of the first
one. That's that.
No, you can't. Oh, hell no, you can't get rid of that.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing
That
like
album redefined
did.
how artists were signed to labels.
Not like you did, Dre. I mean, like you did,
that
John.
Artists.
What hits? What hits was on that Outkast album?
Oh, come now. I don't even think you go to the.
All the players came from far away.
I could do without that. I mean, it's a hit, but I could do without that.
Players Ball.
I could do without that.
Yeah, see that.
Get up, get out.
Crumbling Herb.
I could do without that.
No, you tripping. Crumbling Herb, one of the best songs.
No, compared to these albums right now, not saying. Don't get it twisted.
Neil, seriously.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I love Outkast to death.
Who?
Category. I said I love Outkast to death.
You clearly don't.
But in this selection, ain't no way in hell.
Neil,
I can't get rid of nothing else.
Neil,
I can't.
Well, after the podcast, I want you to listen to Crumbling Herb and then just look at yourself in the mirror and think about the mistakes you've made in life.
I can't, bro.
Crumbling Herb.
Plenty.
On the Outkast record.
Wow.
Speaking of mistakes, thank you for listening to this show. We appreciate you. And if you are just tuning in, this is Straight No Chaser the podcast. We are 4 guys that know each other for a long time and just have a lot of opinions about a lot of different things. We appreciate you for tuning in. We are available anywhere that you get podcasts. Please listen, share, subscribe. Tell your mother about us. She might like at least one of us. So, that said, gentlemen, we got a lot of stuff happening. Number one, I've been thinking about this for a very long time. I want to go over 5 records that I really, really, really need everybody to listen to. Okay? 5 of them. Please, don't do nothing crazy. Number 1, Beyonce. What?
FKJ
is dope. But he has not put out a record recently. But yeah, I mean, he's going to be on my little list too. But thank you for that one. I appreciate that. I'm going to bring up the Beyonce record. Everybody's heard about this. It's already breaking records. Everybody's been listening to it. What's it called? Break My Soul. It's the name of the album. It's kind of a dance album. You know what I mean? A little house. Actually, it's all kinds of dance music all in one. I think her next album is going to be more of an R&B project that gives her core fans a little bit more than what she's looking for. You know what I'm saying? But this record, really, really hot. I strongly urge y'all to go out there and check that out. Okay. Also, Bad Bunny. I know that y'all heard about dude, Bad Bunny, right? Yes. He's kind of a reggaeton. I mean, Bad Bunny actually is one of the most famous artists in the world right now.
I did hear about him. He just performed a show over at Nats Park a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Huge all over the world.
He's a huge artist.
Huge artist. Just put out another record that has a lot of reggaeton dembo in it. It's a very summertime kind of record. Even if you don't speak Spanish, guaranteed that you will really enjoy this album. It's
Bad
called
Bunny.
Bad Bunny. That's the name of the artist. That's the name of the artist. And his album is called, I'm going to slaughter this pronunciation, but Un Verano Sin Ti. Un Verano Sin Ti.
B-H-U-N-Y, I think.
You tried.
I tried. Un Verano Sin Ti. So that's my second joint. Okay. Also, there's just so many, unfortunately. I'm a big fan. I know that y'all might not believe this. I do like a lot of different kinds of rap.
I'm wrong. B-U-N-N-Y.
Dream Lobby by my man Devin Morrison. Devin Morrison makes kind of 90-ish sounding R&B, and he does all his own production. Dope artist. He sounds kind of like if the dudes from Intro had a baby together and then put it up for adoption and put him in a time capsule so that he was opened up in like 2022. Okay.
I don't know if the dudes from Intro can have a baby with each other.
It doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? They
I don't.
blended together. Devin Morrison, internet. Check out Devin Morrison. Very, very dope artist. Just put out another record. It's actually a jazz project. It's Dream Lobby Volume 4. So it's all instrumentals. But if you're the type of person that likes to rap in your back seat, like certain people.
It's not Volume 1?
Yeah, Dream Lobby Volume 1. Is that what I said? Yeah.
You said Volume 4.
My bad. Dream Lobby Volume 1. Okay.
Okay.
Dope little record. And since you brought him up, let's talk about my man FKJ. Because French Kiwi Juice, for those who are not aware, he did put out something
his NPR joint was nice.
Dude is a French multi-instrumentalist. He does mainly kind of ambient, kind of jazz. It's hard to really...
Oh, he's French.
Yeah. Hence the name French Kiwi Juice.
Hey. I didn't know.
Speaking of, doesn't that
Even Lane saying
French Kiwi Juice, just iced, chilled, drinking it. Anyway. So
you said, wait a minute, you said this man sound delicious?
I said, no, I said, doesn't French Kiwi Juice like itself? Don't you always trying it and you always fail. Don't do it. So it's a dope little record. He put out something called Vincent. Strongly urge everyone out there to check it out. And the number one record, the number one song on that is called Every Time I Close My Eyes. Very, very dope. And one more.
Put that on my IG feed.
Maybe. And my last one, Tim's, T-E-M-S. Kind of a Afro beats.
That's the one I can rock with you on that one.
Tim's is dope.
She's dope.
She is. And her most recent record, she just put it out. It's an EP actually. And it's called If Orange Was a Place. T-E-M-S. Trust me on this one. Go check her out. One more. India Shawn. This is my number one choice this is my album of the year thus far. India Shawn just put out an album and I think it's going to win some Grammys.
Tina Cole says we need a written list, so make sure you write them down in the comments, John.
India Shawn, Before We Go Deeper is the name of the album. Remember where you heard it here first. Go look that up. India Shawn is the artist. Before We Go Deeper, in parentheses, is the album. Thank Me Later. Voila. I'm not writing nothing down.
Right.
Oh, I got to remember that. Okay, fine. India Shawn, Beyonce. I already forgot what I said. French Kiwi Juice. Tim's.
They can get the playback.
And the dude that's something Volume 1.
Oh, Devin Morrison. Tim's. India Shawn. We love you, listeners. I'm just kidding. I will definitely put a list out there. Absolutely going to get a list for y'all. But this actually, for those who might be interested, I am currently in social media Facebook jail, but every year on my birthday, which has recently passed, I put together a little playlist. And it's kind of like, on your birthday, people give you gifts. On my birthday, I like to give the world a gift, which is my taste in music. So I'm going to put that out. It's my birthday playlist. It's just going to be a month late. It's coming out in a couple weeks, and we'll have all these songs on there.
I'm just gonna say now, this
we'll post it on our IG, straight with an 8. No chaser.
Facts.
Dot chaser.
Dot podcast.
That podcast on IG.
There you go.
Y'all make me.
I guarantee you are going to enjoy these songs and these albums. Thank me later.
You've been drinking.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. Let's dial this back a little bit. Let's
pour some more.
I don't got nothing left in my cup, and I don't think I want to.
We need more.
So when you go out to the bars and you get who's Renee, Neil? Why she love you?
I like that pivot. Neil's like, I don't know.
The kissy faces.
No, that was your future sister-in-law, but we're gonna leave that alone.
Oh, next comment.
Rob be quietly trying to blow people up a little bit. Y'all always try to just sprinkle a little bit like my man with the salt.
I didn't know that was gonna be his response.
No, Keltrick, no. He spoke before, but we'll talk about that. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll build later. Come over to Navy Yard, man. Let's go get a drink and politic over it.
I need to fly back.
So here's the deal. We go out to the bars, happy hour, dinner, you out with your folks. Is a really mundane topic. It's not really sexy. Tipping. There's this thing about black folk and black folk not tipping. That's the common, predominant thought. And then, it's some, I think there's some blowback to that, because then servers, when they see they got black people, they don't really mess with them, rock with them, because they assume that these black people ain't gonna tip me. Do y'all tip? And if so, do you find yourselves over tipping to overcompensate for the stereotype we have as a community when it comes to tipping?
I don't know. I would say the answer to that question is no. I tip based on service. I could give a damn if they get pissed off at whatever I give, if I decide to give or not to give. If someone's service is exceptional, sometimes I've done 100% tip gratuity. Sometimes it's just been you get nothing. Sometimes it's 15, sometimes it's 20. It just really depends. I just hate the fact that everything now asks for it. It requests a tip. It asks for a tip. I'm like, you ain't do nothing. Why it's even on the screen, man? Just give me what if I go to damn CVS, I should have to tip you to ring me up. I'm being facetious, but that's really kind of what it's boiling down to at this point.
I mean, I normally do tip. It just kind of depends. You would have to be really, really terrible, because I know I used to be a waiter once upon a time. So I know most of the time it's not the waiter's fault. It might be the kitchen. It might be who knows, whatever the deal is. So I'm not going to punish that person. I think it's jacked up that's kind of how the system is. But normally I tip just because, I know how that whole system works. I don't tip because I'm trying to avoid some type of stereotype or whatever the case is. It's just, that's kind of the way it is. All I do is just like double the first number of whatever the bill is. So whatever that is, we good.
Yeah, that typically ends up being around 20%. And a lot of people in the comments, Jen, Zoe, Lisa, they saying they hit them with a 20% tip. And Lisa said, and deduct if needed. So she starts 20 is your ceiling. And if they service is piss poor, then you start taking off. The thing that's getting me now are the establishments that are adding the tip as a part of the bill automatically, and then leaving a space for additional tip, and then not telling me, not making. Oh, by the way, we add the 20%. So now I get it. I may have had a drink or two. I'm not really paying attention. Then I go to tip them, and then I get back and I look at my bill. I'm like, yo, I tipped them twice, and I ain't mean to do that. So I usually be in my feelings when folks be like, Yeah, we do that. And I see, Nisha's talking about some places automatically add that gratuity for I had a party of
What up,
15
cuz?
people. I had a party of 15 people. And even she said we didn't add tip just to make me knowledgeable of it. But then across the street at the other place, I sat down at the bar and got me something to eat and something to drink. One thing to eat, one thing to drink. That was it. Just me. And they still that establishment automatically adds tips. And I was like, that's whack. I'm going tip. Tip.
Unless it's just horrible. Unless things is just absolutely terrible, horrible, then I don't feel no kind of way, and I will absolutely not.
Even when it's horrible, because in a lot of spaces that I what's been told to me is that those tips are split amongst other folk who are working, not just the person who's serving your food. So if the service piss poor, but the food was cooked, tables were bust, I'm still gonna give them something.
Y'all better than me. If the service is bad, I typically will. Let me be very, very honest with myself. I am probably more of a tipper than I wouldn't. So it has to be in the situation I'm like, man, you don't deserve any of my money outside of me paying for my food. But there have been times when I'm like, you know what? It's going to be zero. And I've been comfortable with that.
I can't remember the last time I didn't tip anything. I'm sure that it has happened, but it's been so long that I can't even remember when it was.
Yeah, I don't, I don't.
23
I'm absolutely going to hook bartender up. I will take bartenders and not tip waiters.
I don't think he was a tipper when we were at Seton Place.
Who?
You.
Don't do that. Wow, really?
I could have swore we had a conversation about it. Now, mind you, this was 20 years ago.
Right.
I could have swore you was like, nah, I'm not tipping him.
I mean, if it was jacked up, then it was jacked up. No question about it. I always care bartenders.
I'm going to be honest. When he said that he was a tipper, I was shocked to hear him say that.
Now, see, is the inference that I am a little bit on the cheap side?
Well, I was going to say you are more conservative with how you distribute your funds.
This is true. This is true.
Very.
I am frugal. No doubt about it.
Frugal.
Hey,
beyond frugal.
I'm going to squeeze $1 till it hollers. Internet, that's what I do. But no, I feel like I do tip, et cetera, et cetera. Definitely not because of being black or whatever the case is. And always took care of my bartenders. Absolutely.
Your bartenders deserve all the love we can give them. But
facts.
I'm going to ask y'all, I'm going to read a couple things to y'all and get y'all opinion. Two different things, but we're going to take our time with this. So we got a story here where it says, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 5 years now. I have no idea what this phrase means. It says from level 100. And it says, we both made plans to pursue a master's degree in the U.S. after national service. I'm assuming an international couple. Unfortunately for him, although we both got admitted to the same school, he wasn't able to get his visa approved and hence can't go with me. He's now saying that I must get pregnant for him before. I'm reading this as I didn't write this. Pregnant for him before I leave to prove that I'll come back for him or at least won't cheat on him while I'm there. I've been trying to explain to him how unhelpful that would be for me, but he still doesn't want to reason with me. According to him, it's either I do that or wait for us to both go next year. I've made a lot of sacrifices for him in our relationship, but I don't know if I'm putting my education on hold for him is the right thing to do. Please help me. Okay, so what advice would you give this woman?
Well, Inga, Sven, whatever your name is, anyone that's like, you got to get pregnant for me for any reason is somebody that you should throw in the trash box ASAP. 5 years is a good long run. Maybe it's time. That's a long time. That's a jail sentence. That's a long time. And if he's like, you got to get pregnant to prove that you'll come back and that you won't cheat on me. That's childish because it's a lot of newborn mamas out here doing their thing, or so I've been told. Yeah. So
I Yeah, I'm not with that's manipulative and controlling. I ain't with that at all. And wreck your body.
Yeah.
Like pregnancy is traumatic. That ain't no simple thing. It's not like you got to go get a haircut, get a new hairstyle. You know what I'm saying?
Because you didn't handle your business. Now I got to stay
I'm
with
like Avian, immediately no. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's no. Zoe said that's reproductive abuse. Absolutely.
So essentially both of y'all are saying she should be like, forget this guy, don't have a baby, and do your own
Absolutely not.
individual thing.
I wouldn't say forget about him. I would just tell him that's absurd. I'm going to go do what's best for me. And when you can get your shit together, you can come join me, but I'm out and I'm not getting pregnant for you. If you don't trust me, then it is what it is. But yeah, definitely wouldn't be pregnant for him.
I emphatically say, forget about him. No new opportunities. No get your stuff together. No cracked windows that he can pry open to get back into your life. Shut him out. Go get somebody new.
That's a little harsh after 5 years.
After 5 years? After 5 years, you fix your face to tell me I need to get pregnant?
He's hurt. He's hurt.
After 5 years, you doubt whether or not I'm going to be loyal to you?
Terrified. He's having an emotional moment.
After 5 years? Nah, you already threw 5 years out the window. It's time to go.
So what if he is just a young guy, he's insecure in himself, and he clearly doesn't know the world, and he's, wants to be protective of his woman, and he doesn't have another way to do it, and he just doesn't know how to express himself, or maybe he really want a kid. I don't know, but that's what he's saying.
He said he's trash.
Basura.
Sharp. Trash. No. Like all of those are the wonderful excuses we tell ourselves to stay in situations we really shouldn't be in.
Right.
We convince ourselves to do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I'm not saying your relationship's got to be perfect. I'm not saying it's got to be perfect. But what I am saying is when you get a glaring red flag,
that 10 months is a long time.
Don't act there. Don't sit there and act shocked when he does something really stupid down the road. I'm like, you don't remember when he told you to get pregnant? Now you got the kid, and now he don't even want to be with you no more.
Oops. Yeah, okay. I mean, I definitely try to stress, especially to my daughter, make decisions with your priorities in mind, because it's very easy to prioritize somebody else and what they want, with all this other stuff ahead of what you want. And we think we're doing it for love, and I care about this person, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm not saying that she should completely cut the man off. I am saying that she should do what's in her own best interest. Getting pregnant at this point is definitely the antithesis of that. You should go and finish your education and everything. If he can, I think that maybe sometimes we get in situations and we don't say the right things and we kind of just panic. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe he didn't mean what he meant. He was just having a moment. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you haven't done what you needed to do. I got to go to America, do whatever, and get my education. If you can get yours together, great. Maybe we're just going to be international relationship havers for a while. But I got to do what I got to do for me.
Yeah. In this situation, John, I actually think you're right. I think that if she were to cut him off completely, it's well within her right to do so. But I think to your point, by putting a little bit of pause and just saying, hey, listen, this is what I got to do. And either you with me or you ain't. And if you ain't, that's your decision. But this is what I got to do. And this is going to be beneficial for me. And then we get a chance to cross paths and we grow, a little bit later down the line, then so be it. But I agree with you, man. The dude could be young, not able to really communicate effectively.
Right.
And say, men don't express themselves in a way that people can relate to. So maybe the dude just don't know what he's talking about, man. Just give him a chance. Never know. All right, I got one more for y'all. This was a little weird. A woman said, every time I make love to my fiance and they engage, ready to be married, he asks me to pretend I'm dead. Says it turns him on. What advice would you give this woman?
I don't know how you find these or where
every
you get
time I
these.
make love to my fiance, he asks me to pretend I'm dead. Says it turns him on, and it actually says advise me.
Well, you should put your arms across. I'm playing internet. Just a little joke. Just a little ha. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's insane. What else can be said? That's really, really, I can't even imagine like fixing your lips to tell somebody that, hey, you know what really would turn me on? Just play dead. Like what? Like
What's it even look like?
I don't even know what I just walked in on.
just play dead. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Listen, man. People have some weird kinks out there, and there's some people that this person may meet that will satisfy that kink. And people just into some weird stuff.
You know,
like you sound like you kink shaming, John. You kink
shaming. Now that I'm thinking about it. So once the body you die, okay, and the body has been dead for a few hours, rigor mortis sets in. It's a little stiff. She can't move. So I can see kind of like getting stuck in a certain position. And maybe that's what he likes. I don't know. Hey.
She didn't say lay there. She just said, ask me to pretend I'm dead. So that's to your point, she could be stuck in doggy, she could be stuck in froggy, she could be stuck in,
Get here. I mean, after I'm wondering how one generates sexual arousal for that. I feel like that's something for therapy. I think that's a really, like, I'm not trying to kink shame, you know what I'm saying? But some things need to be kink shamed. That's a little strange. That's a little
she might be a runner. Sometimes you want to, people running away and you're like, hey, don't run. Take that.
Maybe when they run, it's because it's painful and it hurts.
Or they have a shallow vagina.
What if Kiana Player said that's necrophilia and she needs to be out? And that's what they call it. That's the kink, when people want to have sex with
that's an actual dead body.
And then or bodies that act like they're dead because that's what they get. They
necrophilia is when you have sex with somebody that's actually dead.
But isn't it a play off of that though?
I think that's a real thing. Maybe it's pseudo necrophilia.
It's a play off of that. It's like faux necrophilia, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: what if it's not the entire experience? What if they just want that? Like, give me 5 minutes of that. She said he wants it every time, but she didn't say he wants it the entire time. What if it's like? What if that's like oral sex?
That gets them ready.
Yeah,
that could be the foreplay. Listen, I think people are making a lot of assumptions. I mean, it's not a lot to go off of here. It could be in this position. Maybe he doesn't know how to satisfy her appropriately. So to your point, John, maybe it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was a virgin when this happened, and she just ran because she hadn't got her vagina hadn't got used to having dick in it. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know how we got here. I don't know what's going on. I'm with Neil. Necrophilia? Okay. We do a little bit of everything on Straight No Chaser, the podcast. And we
don't say we.
Who are here.
Don't say we.
We don't do necrophilia.
The listeners do. The people that write this stuff do.
Right. Well, no. Yeah, you're right. We don't do necrophilia. In fact, we don't do nothing. So, but we glad that you are here to listen to this show.
Drink.
We're available all over the place. Please like, share, subscribe to us, all of the above. We're here for you, And yeah, you can also write to us, email us at Str8 with an 8, nochaser23@gmail.com. We are always out there for you. You know what I'm saying? There's our email address. And we've got one more thing. We got to give you all a recommendation. Now, for those who might be new listeners or viewers or what have you, we try to give everybody on a high note one recommendation that you could go out and explore, whatever. It can be anything: food, a place, a song, movie, whatever you want.
It's easy for me. My IG stories. If you want something positive, every day, it's going to pick up your spirits, read something to motivate you, inspire you. Check out my IG stories, KGA2000A on Instagram. It'll lift your spirits. I promise you it will.
There you go.
I gotta salute him on that, because sometimes I'll be going through the motions mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever. And I look at that joint and I gotta testify with KG. I gotta give him his props. He definitely on point with that. So I give him definitely props. Something for the people. Stay true to yourself, man. Learn to be peaceful. Learn to be peaceful. Accept things when they come to you, because when they come into your life, it's for a reason, it's for a blessing. And communicate, man. Word up. Just be true to yourself and communicate and breathe easy. You know what I'm saying? Things that you can't control, don't try to control it. Just breathe easy. Just breathe easy. And when you find, and then on a side note, I know Kelch was gonna laugh, but when you find that special one you want to be with, rock with them no matter what. Shit ain't easy, but it's worth it. And I love you too, Renee Wilson. Kelch gonna start smiling.
I wonder if I'll see Ra and Neil this weekend. Patrice, you in town? Patrice, let us know if you're in town, please.
Facts.
And we may just be able to see you. What I'm going to recommend is y'all check out Homecoming at Howard.com for those who are Patrice says she'll be here in the morning. For those who are HU affiliated or love just hanging out with the Bison, check out Homecoming at Howard.com. They got a whole list of events, things that they plan. I don't know if they the official whatever, but I do know that they throw official joints every year. They make it happen. So whether it's the bar crawl, the brunch, I know they doing the formal event, and I know at the events you're going to see our sisters in arms meet in the ladies' room. I know them sisters are going to be at all those homecoming events, and we might be tagging along with them, just like trying to act like we stars, but they the superstars. Everyone loves them, and they squat on us. But check out Homecoming at Howard.com. And when you're done with that, once you finish with that, I know you're gonna need some downtime. So when homecoming hits, right before homecoming, that first weekend in October, after October 4th, y'all need to go get Broken Brotherhood. Get Broken Brotherhood. Broken Brotherhood is right there behind me. You need to get that. And that's the book you need to read while you chilling on your downtime. So thank you.
Well, I mean,
hey, do me a favor. I want everybody real quick. You guys say, I see Ra. He already know what's going on. He made that face. She wants to know, Ra, when we gonna go to the Navy Yard for the drinks.
I'm in the Navy Yard every day.
Okay. So you heard that, babe? Ra, wherever we talk, wherever you meet at, she's down for the drink too.
Renee, bring them out, because I can't bring them out.
Bring them out.
You bring them out.
I can't either. John, what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is find the strongest indica that you can and marinate by yourself for at least an hour or so this weekend. Get in tune with yourself, think, focus, channel. The universe is always speaking, and it has a master plan for you. So,
amen.
On that note, that's it, man. I mean, please always remember, like I said, like, share, subscribe to the show. We really appreciate you all for listening to us. We're available Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere that you get a podcast, you can get this podcast. So, yeah, man, we are always out there. Thank you once again for listening to Str8 No Chaser, the podcast. New episodes are going to be dropping every Monday. So stay tuned. We're going to be out there every single Monday. That's the way it goes. Join us live on Facebook the next time we do this, which is going to be October 6th, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So October 6th, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Join us once again. Tell your friends about us. We're going to be out here doing our thing. We know we have fun, man. And if you want any relationship advice, email us. Get in touch with us. You see our little Twitter handles, and here's our email address, straightnochaser23@gmail.com. Straight No Chaser, the podcast, is a production with Dana Bingham Guanilio of Makeda Filmworks, and our original theme music, of course, produced by Midnight Michael. Gentlemen, that's it. We got anything else for the people?
Our melanin is popping tonight. That means we look good.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it, Jim B.
That's right.
And
man, love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.
There
thank
you go.
y'all for kicking it with us, and we will see y'all again.
October 6th.
There it is. Peace.